watch on the screen, as those ones, the candidates are seen there, are the forefront runners for the position to get a successor to Pope Francis II. But you have to bear in mind that there will be conclave. Not only those to elect a new pope are qualified to be voted. The picture of those we see there is just a kind of, we are just being speculative. Yes, I'm just being speculative. Some other person else can equally emerge as a pope. It happened even during Pope Francis. He was not the preferred candidate, yet he emerged as a candidate. The situation is this open to everyone, and I believe that is why even the president of America, Donald Trump, jokingly said recently that he wants to be a pope. He didn't even end there. He went ahead to generate an AI picture of him as a pope. I love Donald Trump so much. He could make a good comedian. And there are certain in his action, the way he transacts his business. But I believe that that is his own way of expressing his respect and love for that position. The position of a pope is so exalted and respected. So I believe everybody would want to be that. But before the election proper, before the conclave, because there are certain facts that you need to know about the situation and about the Catholic Church. And I would just want to list some of those things. You see, conclave, a papal conclave is simply the gathering of college of cardinals to elect a pope. That is the situation. And this process is supposed to be seamless. It's supposed to be free of any interference, whether internal or external. It's supposed to be free, not biased, and no interference from anybody. And that is why Pope Gregory X decided to enact a decree. He decreed that the Catholic electors should be circulation. It should be, a kind of secluded from any interference, from any access whatsoever. And that is why we have this situation, the name, this conclave. When he said it should be locked in circulation, it came in, this conclave is it's a Latin word that means with key. Locked somewhere with a key. And so the Catholic electors are not supposed to leave that very hall until a new pope is being elected. The arrangement is to see that there is no interference whatsoever in the process. That is why we have that. So note that conclave is just a Latin word that means with a key. So the cardinal electors will be locked up somewhere for the whole process to be seamless and none of any interference. And then, Catholics prefer, they consider Pope. Catholics consider Pope as the successor of St. Peter. Of course, we know the part that St. Peter's played. St. Peter is the first Pope. He is one of the apostles that Jesus himself handed over the mantle of leadership to. Remember that Jesus said, Peter, you are the rock, and on you I will build my church. And the gate of Hades shall never prevail over it. So he handed the mantle of leadership to Peter. And that is how we're having successive leadership, successive Pope from that period till now. Pope Francis was the 266th Pope. Now we are looking forward to electing the 267th Pope. And I believe you will get that now. Whoever will emerge as a Pope now is will be the 267th Pope that will exist in a history of Catholic. That one you should take note of that. Conclaves had only, it's only held in the Sistine Chapel. Sistine Chapel of the Apostolic Palace in Vatican City. So that is the venue. There's no doubt about that one. Get that straight. And then a two-thirds super majority of the vote must emerge. A winner must have up to two-thirds majority of the vote. If the first round does not provide a clear successor, if the clear a winner at the first round does not have up to two-thirds, the election will continue. And then every other voting uh, card or whatever material that was used that time within that period will be burnt. It is from that the burnt of those materials that the black smoke will emerge. When you see that black smoke, it indicates that a pope has not yet been voted. They've not yet gotten the candidate or the successor in the process. And then the election continues until when they are able to get two-third majority. So to become a pope, to be successful, you must score or win up to two-third majority. And then when that is gotten, the white smoke will emerge, and people who are around will know that yes, a new pope has been elected. And then there's age limit also. There's a barrier, age barrier there. It is only cardinals, who are below the age of 18 or below the age of 80 that are qualified to be voted as a pope. And if you ask me, I believe, although this is my own opinion, this is my opinion on this, because from the look of things, there are cardinals that will now prefer to have a shorter reign of a pope. And if you are looking for a shorter reign of the pope, they will certainly prefer those who have advanced in age. And my own speculation in this aspect is that we are likely going to have a pope who is from 72 years and above. You know, from the candidates that are going to be voted for now, we know you have some who are 60 something. And then there are some who are 70, 72, 78. We even have some who are up to 78 years. So my own speculation is that we may likely have a pope who is going to have, maybe who is of 72 years and above. If a majority of those cardinals will still want to tread that path, we want a shorter reign for the pope. Then definitely that is exactly what is going to happen. That is what we are going to see in this election, that a new pope is going to be. It can be, I don't have a preferred pope, a preferred candidate anyway. I don't. My only prayer is that God should just give us someone who will fit the position. And that is all. We have the same faith. We have common interest in this. And so there shouldn't be a preferred candidate. Let God himself intervene in this and give us somebody or whoever is fit for that position. That is my own submission. But definitely my own speculation or my prediction, rather, my prediction, because it is just based on prediction and the rest. I can't do anything. I'm not, part of the electors. So we can only talk. And that is why I am predicting that whoever will emerge will be a candidate that is from 72 years and above. That is my own prediction, and it's just solely my own opinion. It has nothing to do with the process that is going on there. And then there's something else. The dates of, sometimes when things like this happen, because of technology and the rest, news fly, before you know, it's everywhere. And those who are not supposed to be in position of the information or spread the information, they do. But the date of a pope is supposed to be announced by a particular person. It's not supposed to be a random something. It's supposed to be announced by Cardinal Camelingo. That is the person that is supposed to announce that, and to confirm that the Pope is actually dead. There's not, because Catholic Church does not believe in a spiritual at that level, does not believe in autopsy. The only way it is done is that the Cardinal Camelingo will just stand by the Pope and pronounce his name. The name is the baptismal name we are talking about. He doesn't, it's not the Papa name, but it's the baptismal name that he will pronounce. Once that the name is pronounced 3 times and there's no response, he will now confirm him dead. And then from that very moment, he will take position of the fisherman's ring. That is the ring that the Pope wears. It's called the fisherman's ring. He will take position of the ring and the seal. The reason why he will do that is to avoid or prevent forgery, because it might be forged. You might have other document that will be tampered with the seal, and that is why Cardinal Kabimingo will have to take position of the fisherman's ring and the seal, depending on when it will be destroyed in presence of other cardinals. And apart from that, the second point why those things is being taken and destroyed is to mark the reign, mark the end of the reign of that very pope before a new pope is being elected. And then you should know that the death of a pope will have to, after the death of the pope, it's supposed to be within a period of 15 days or so, that another one will have to be elected. Those are some of the things that you need to take note of. So 15 days, it's just within 15 days that after the death of a pope that another one will be elected. But it can be extended to a maximum of 20 days. That's the maximum extension it can go, 20 days after the death of the pope, and that another one will be elected. So we are hopefully waiting for, in just few days time, for a conclave that we are going to have a new pope. I think we should all join in prayer so that we'll have a seamless situation there. Thank you as you do that. And please, if you are just watching my channel, subscribe to support me in what I'm doing. And God bless you for that. Thank you.